Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Lunchtime with Anna. We're still working on this intro and outro promo for Lunchtime with Anna, but that's not the big thing today. The big thing is who I'm interviewing. First and foremost, I want to say two things, and the first one being peace, God.
Peace.
What is today's mathematics?
Oh man, be knowledge. Peace.
So I want you to know that for today, I have 11 questions for you.
You know what's funny about that is that today is the 11th. I mean, no, it's the 11th month and the first, so that's 111. That's crazy.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. Well, see, it works out. Everything's for a reason.
11 and it's 111222. Everything is divine. Uh,
Okay, so I'm going to go now and
uh,
ask. So give us a little history about yourself for those of my followers who don't know anything about you or your music. Give me some background on you.
um, well, I started out real early, with MCing. I started out with Wu Tang and Sons of Man and Grave Diggers from back in those days in the early '90s, and I've been rolling ever since. I've been rhyming since like the '80s and stuff like that, and
Okay.
so I got with the RZA and the Jizza from Wu Tang, and they put me on, and I was signed to Geffen Records. I had a big contract back then, and um, did tons of shows, and it's been a beautiful journey. But Wu Tang Clan is my foundation to rap.
Oh, and that was gonna be one of my questions. So you kind of jumped the gun on that. But now that you're on the Wu and you said a name I haven't heard in a long time, which was a grave digger. But we'll go to that in a second.
Yeah.
How exactly did that come about? Like, how did that connection come about? And for you, how
Well,
did you become
really,
part of them?
okay. Well, really, it was we were a group called Sons of Man,
Hmm.
and it was called the Disciples of Armageddon. We were always in the studio. The studio was always lit up, and it was always music playing when we was in the studio when nobody else was working, and we just was there. It was, I don't know, we had unlimited studio time, so it was RZA started this group with Prince Paul, and that's when my name actually turned to Killah Priest. And Shabazz, the disciple, was the one that came and got me,
Uh-huh.
and because RZA told him to come get me or whatever the case was, and we went and we did Diary of a Madman was our first joint, and then they loved us, and then that became a crew, and then we got like adopted as Grave Diggers.
Okay. One of my questions, another one of my questions was actually that was how did you come up with that name, Killer Priest?
That was designed by RZA and the 60 second assassin. They
Okay.
gave, yeah,
Do
they
you
were
want
like
to give us a little bit of the story on that?
they were like, yo man, you like a killer. Now I just had to switch it up. Like yo, um, that's what I'd be doing, chopping off heads and battling and things like that. And then most of the stuff we was talking about was some crazy stuff, biblical stuff, and ancient. And so they were like, "Yo, you like a priest?" I was like, "Kill a priest." That's it. That's my name, right?
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, It's going to be a little long question,
Okay.
but it's got a little background and you'll understand why I said what I said at the beginning. Okay? So, now with this album, Mr. Universe, take us through what it was, your whole vibe that you were thinking. My husband would tell me about your first album, Heavy Mental,
Mm,
which, by the way, reached all the way to number 4 on the US and R&B charts.
yeah.
Congratulations for that.
Thank you. Oh wow.
He said it would always give him this universal type vibe, but he would also let songs play when he would train or meditate, and it would make him feel like he would be somewhere out in another galaxy. What was the type of vibe you were hoping to inspire the audience with Mr. Universe?
Somewhat of somewhat of the same type of vibe, like like love, and to provoke thought, to think outside the box, and that was my tribute to MCing and being around as long as we have, and being here,
That's right.
and the things that I've learned during the journey and picked up. It all became Mr. Universe is all things. And it was done during you know what. So it was like we was recording during those times, you know what I mean, during those dark times. So Throne Seed came, during all that we had to stay during the what I want to say, when we saw everybody had to stay in the house.
Oh, the pandemic.
Yeah, I could say that. I didn't know. Right. The pandemic. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
So, and something I'll say, even for myself, and I think a lot of creative people took advantage around that time and did things and started working on things like that. I
Right.
wrote 2 books during that time. I really focused on reinventing a lot of my stuff, and I see that's what you did too. But I think it's just that creative mind of I'm sitting still. You actually have me on lockdown. I can't do anything, so
Yeah.
let's use this creativity. And do you think that this album in particular is gonna I wouldn't say expose, but show a side of you that's different because of when you wrote it?
Yeah. Well, they're gonna get to see. It's very creative, my creative process, and they're gonna get to see where my mind at. I think it's actually one of the dopest albums I've ever done. Is very personal and it's very outward, forthcoming. It's like this is. I mean, there was no holds bars on it. It's like it's what it is. It's everything that I wanted to do.
I love that. I love that because, and that's what it's all about. Getting to that next level, right? To where this is what I've always wanted, and I'm gonna accomplish this, and I'm gonna do it. And I just love that. I do. I just love that thought, right?
Yeah.
My next question to you. Tell us, which I did kind of cheat and I did do some research.
Okay.
Tell, tell us about your podcast, which I might say is pretty good. I watched some.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah.
tell us about it and what made you start doing it as well.
All right. We call it the Podcraft because we always taking off like a UFO. You know what I mean? There's so many other reasons why it's the craft. Um, uh, they started during that time, the pandemic and everything, and I just came to my engineer, AD, who's one of the greatest, architects behind it, So I work with him. I met him through a brother named Tommy, you know, used to manage me out in Orange County. And from Noisy Neighbors, and we used to. We sat down, and I was like, "Yo, AD, I got a plan, man. Let's just go ahead and start talking to the people. Let's just talk to the people during this craziest time when we wasn't allowed to do too much anything. I just felt like, getting out and telling the public that, yo, we still here. We want to communicate. We want to talk, and this is what's going on. And like yourself, I think when things get into turmoil, that's when, I step up and be the best version of myself.
Yes.
And so we had no holds bars over there. We talk about every and anything. We talk about, we had great guests as a legendary Jordan Maxwell, R.I.P. before he passed away. David Icke. We had all of the conspiracy guys that I listened to when we were coming up, and we were kind of blessed to have those people. We had great minds just over there. We had a Capadonna, a couple of rappers, and that's it.
Um, and that always is a blessing when you do get an opportunity, right, to cross paths. And it's good that you mentioned, you know, people passing, so forth, so on, which goes to this question that Ms. Graves is asking. She is a fellow activist, you guys. Shout out to Tawanda and everything you do for our children. I love what you do for us and for all of us, people of color, as an activist, our community. What message do you have for young artists today? Many rappers are killed prematurely. Recently, Takeoff this morning, as we all know, may he rest in peace.
Who?
Takeoff from the Migos.
What happened to him?
He was shot in Houston a few days ago, and he passed away this morning. Earlier this morning, yes.
What?
Yes.
Wow. That's crazy.
It is. He's very young. I believe he had to be in his late 20s, maybe early
Cardi
30s.
B Takeoff?
Takeoff. Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's breaking news to me. It's the first time I've heard this. This is shocking to me. This is crazy.
Yeah. And she has a very good question because we have lost a lot of young talent.
Senseless.
Yes.
I'm done. It's senseless. If we don't see, this is why it's very important that we get some type of see. This is what I'm talking about. This is very important that we get some type of knowledge inside of our head, or we. This is why we have to do the knowledge, man, and this is why we have to what we call. We need a very important meeting and build on these type of things. This type of things is very saddening, and our youth is just dying, man. That's shocking to me. I never do this, yo. I can't even really speak on this. Is crazy. Whoa, my heart, man. This is super sad and very crazy. You broke this news to me. You know that, right?
I feel really bad because I'm looking at your reaction and I
Yeah. And what?
shocking
Oh
thing.
wow. This is my thing is we need to stop killing each other. It's so sad when we want to be millionaires and we only can be millionaires for a weekend or a month before we take out. We work so hard to get the money, and then you kill each other out in Chicago and Houston. Senseless. I'm upset with culture.
Absolutely.
You got to get better, yo.
We do. We do. I'm not sure if Bourne told you one of the things that I do is I'm a human rights activist,
Hey,
and I fight so hard because so many people of our color are railroaded in more ways than one. And just to see the mistreatment, especially in the state of Georgia,
right. Mm,
it's heartbreaking.
right.
So
Talk is professional. Yes, exactly.
when you see and hear things like this, it makes you think, am I really fighting the right fight? Even though I know I am,
Yeah.
like you in your way, you are.
Yeah. Somebody who killed us, yo, we killing ourselves. We got to stop that. That is so. It's a back slap, and for everyone, for every ancestor, there's a back slap in our face, and it's just disgusting, yo. I am upset right now in so many ways.
Yeah. Um. Okay. Now let me ask you a question, and I know that my folks from Cali want to know. And a little birdie told me
Yeah.
that you're over on the West Coast in Cali.
Yeah.
How do you like it over there opposed to the East Coast? The
I love
whole fast life of New York.
it. And I have so many things to do. I mean, it's good, it's different. You know what I'm saying? I have my man Razcast, you know, I love the sun, I love nature, I love walking up. And I'm always back into the city here and there if people still catch me, you know what I mean? Um it's just it's different, but there's beautiful sun, beautiful food, oranges, but New York is just I've been there all my life, man. Is not like the food out there, but it's different. One coast to the next.
And I can imagine it is. Okay. Now, I'm sure you figured out by now, by my accent, I am Boricua. So
Hey,
you're very familiar with Boricuas because you're from New York, right?
hey.
So,
Uh,
how different is that? Because you got one whole culture, pasteles, arroz con gandules, dogu, coquito, all that good stuff. And
hey.
then you got enchiladas, tacos. How is that for you? The difference?
Yeah, yeah. I miss my Spanish food when I come. When I come back, I make sure I get to one of the bodegas, and I wish
La bodega.
the Spanish food. Yes, the Dominican stores. And,
Yeah.
oh man, yeah, it's
Yes, a
pretty.
lot of Dominicans have moved to New York. Yes, but those are our neighbors, so we're all just the same. You know that.
Yeah,
Cubans, Puerto
yeah,
Ricans,
yeah.
Dominicans, Jamaicans, we're all Haitians, we're all brothers and sisters.
Caribbean. Everyone's Caribbean. You know what I mean? So like, I love my Puerto Rican food. And I go, yeah, man, all that is lovely. Rice and beans. Yeah.
Yes. Um, I have had to really slow down on all that good stuff because they got a lot of cars. And if you like to eat, you will get fat on some Puerto Rican food. Y'all hear me?
Yes, yes, yes. Very good, man. Oh man, you got me wanting to get on the plane real quick. Come out.
Well, it gets real good now for the holidays. Right
Yeah,
now, for the holidays, we got pasteles and all that good winter stuff that we eat. Oh, goodness. I always put on like 20, 30 pounds during the holidays because we like to eat.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Agreed.
So, Tawanda has another question here for you. She says, a lot of people talk about success, but never their failures. What failures early in your career helped with your success today?
Um. Oh man. Let's see. One of my setbacks was the labels. Taking control of what you do. Having complete control. I would suggest that any artist that's coming up now. I mean, we didn't have computers like that. Like we didn't have the online like we got now. So I was blessed to be a part of this new online um uh internet wave, and coming from both generations, because I was at the end of everything not going so digital, and now everything's digital. You could do things yourself. So I would inspire everyone to be independent, because you can be in control of yours. So my failures I learned from the industry is that it was basically having people in your that wasn't really in your corner, and that really push your music the way you feel it.
Yeah, the way, yeah. And you know what? That makes a lot of sense. I always tell people the industry is very low down, dirty.
Yeah,
You gotta roll with the punches and you gotta have thick skin. If
yeah,
you don't, you'll be eaten alive.
yeah.
Make sure you read every contract you're doing really, really good, because there might be a word that ties you and you're stuck,
Right.
you
Yeah.
know?
That's right.
So, I'm not, like I said, I'm not sure how much you know of me, but I do some acting and some modeling on the side. So I know a little something about the industry. So, I understand. And it's a dirty, 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 low down industry. And everybody's to each their own. And that's the truth. If you have a heart, you better change that heart. Nah, this is business. We talking business now.
Right. That's right. That's right. Hey, word. That's right. That's so. Yeah, man. Yeah, I would have to say that, man. Glad to be here for that.
Go ahead.
Now I'm saying I'm just blessed to still be around and enjoy this thing. But yeah, all of mistakes are not to lay in, but to learn from. And thank you for that question, because we can't lay in. Don't. That's for anybody out there. Do never lay down in your mistakes. It's something to learn from. It's a step and to move on.
That's right. Next question is, do you think the music that is out there now is trash, in your opinion?
Huh? Oh.
Now you're pretty talented. So,
It depends. Some of the music I like. Some I don't. Some of it I like. I'm not gonna front. It's just different.
yeah, yeah. And I think that's with every generation. There's talent out there. I'll give you an example. Kendrick Lamar to me is absolutely talented in all that he does.
Yeah.
There's some others that I'm like, okay,
So,
but I think they're talented in their own way for their generation, if that makes sense. It
yeah,
might not be as good to us as what we listened to in the 80s and 90s. You know
right.
what I'm saying? Or what
Yeah.
we were around, right? Who we looked up to. It might not be as good
Yeah.
to us, but it is to them their talent, I believe. So it's got to move with what's going on out there. We got to stay young. We got to
Right.
stay young. I tell people all the time, I'm gonna live to be 125 years old, so I stay youthful. That's for sure. I stay with the flow, with whatever's going on out there, and make sure it stays relevant.
Hmm.
Next question. Does the nation of gods and earth have a respectable following in Cali that you're a part of? And who are you working with musically out there? Who would you like to work with? I'm assuming from Cali.
Oh, Kendrick Lamar. I would love to. I
I
love
would love that.
Kendrick Lamar.
Super
I love
talented.
Thundercat also. I like his music. I don't know. Yeah, Thundercat, Kendrick Lamar, and that whole family. Somehow, I would like to work with yeah, a couple of cats out there. Yeah, I can't even think.
Kendrick Lamar is a good one. He's my favorite, like new age. He's my favorite, my
Yeah, I would
favorite.
like to work with Tyler the Creator too, man. I think he makes good music, yo. Well, that'd be different. Yeah,
It would. It would.
and yeah, they got a somewhat of a following. You got
Mhm.
and classic guys that push the nation of God's and Earth. You have Planet Asia, and not like NY. It's not like NY. It's pretty much spread out, but they have these sections where you can get all type of cultures that can come in, but it's not as like NY where you can get your authentic cultural people. Is called a Mert Park, and a lot of people meet over there on Sundays, and it's
Mhm.
almost like it's not as diverse like New York, but you have a little. It's not as huge, so
Okay.
bits and pieces.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. This would be an interesting question.
Okay.
This is coming from a fellow activist friend of mine. What have you done to support wrongful conviction, if anything?
What? I haven't done anything. I haven't done anything. I'm not. That's not my field of work. But I do support mentally and spiritually. Wrongful. I do. I don't. I don't. I don't rock with that, but I rock with certain activists that take on those things, and wrongful conviction. I don't support that. I do not support that. I'm on a side that's pro people, right?
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
and innocent, right? So I'm on that side.
Of course, of course. And and the next, did you read it? Tyson or Reddick Bow?
Tyson, are you ready?
You heard that? You heard that?
That's right, Tyson, man. My uncle used to talk about a Reddit Bowl a lot. It was Tyson.
Okay. Any questions you guys have, you guys can continue asking them. I'm going to go on and ask them the next question.
Yeah, it's a beautiful
So,
thing, man. It's just,
go ahead.
I said it's a beautiful thing. It was so shocking news to me, yo.
Oh,
Shocking to me. Oh, wow. I can't get it out of my head now. It's bad.
and that was me this morning when I read it. Actually, I have a teenager. She's at 18. She'll be 19. She goes, "Mom, did you know that Takeoff passed away?" I said, "No." I said, "That must be fake news." She said, "Mom, he was shot in Houston." I said, "Really?" So I read it for myself, and sure enough, it's all over. He passed away this morning. It's really sad because he was young. I don't think he was even 30. I believe he was about 38 years old. So it's really sad. Really, really sad.
Man, condolence goes out to Cardi B and her family. The rest of
Yeah. Yeah. No, he's not. That's not Cardi B's husband. I think it was Cardi B's husband's cousin, their cousin, uncle, and something like that. Nephew.
Take off.
Takeoff is. I think he was.
Quavo?
He
No.
was not Cardi B's, Offset's cousin or uncle. I don't know. They were all related, I believe. Yeah.
Oh, not Cardi B's man.
No, that's not Cardi B's man. No, 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 no. That's Offset. That's Cardi B's man. That
Okay.
was one of the three from the Migos, the group
Oh, yeah.
from I think Cardi B would lose it. Us Latinas, you don't mess with our men. Like I don't think so. I think Cardi B would come after
Off is the one with the right? Yeah.
huh?
Offset. That's right. Offset, take off. Oh man, take off.
And Quavo.
Oh, take off is the other one, the third. Right, right. He wasn't. Wow. Oh, that. Man, still sad, yo.
Still a very big loss. But yeah, I think Cardi B, I'm Latina. I don't like using the word Latina. I'm Boricua. And let me tell you guys something. You mess with my man, Oh my Lord, be careful because it ain't happening. It ain't happening. There's gonna be problems. There's gonna be problems. We all know this. So let me get back to the questions. So, me being Boricua, of course, we all know that we all have family from up north. My dad was both raised in Harlem and the Bronx.
Right.
How was it for you growing up in New York? How, because how was it with the movement of hip hop and all of that good stuff?
Oh man, it was great. It was there. It was around. It was in the air. It was a feeling. It was just a change. It was when it hit, it just gave you this sense of, yo, man, I can do something. And it just hip hop was a wave. I'm from Brooklyn myself, and it was just a wave in there, man. I must admit though, when I went to the Bronx, it was great. You know what I'm saying? I have a son in the Bronx, and I was up there in the Bronx, and I had a great time out there too. But it was a wave, man. It was man, ultimate. And it was nothing that you had to look for. It was just there, and it was in air. Every car that came by was Run DMC, and it was just it took over the summer. We all just it was electrifying.
Yes, yes,
I'll do
yes.
anything for that feeling. Yeah, that was it.
So this is my next question. Well, let me ask you this question, then we'll go to mine. What does he think about the drill music?
Oh, drill music is. I actually like it, yo. I like it. It's aggressive. It's aggressive. I just like it's different, man. I don't support anything, that's violent, but it's just different. I like the London drill. I would listen to London drill a lot too.
So
Would I do it? Nah, I can't.
you would no.
Aggressive, though. Yeah.
So this is my next question for you. I've heard that you're a beast in a cipher. How important to you is it for us, original people, to have knowledge of self?
Oh, water to a fish. You know what I mean? As important as water is to a fish. Uh, Once we get back into that stream of flowing things, is very important that we do the knowledge to everything because how the system is. It's just basic knowledge too. It doesn't have to be extreme, it doesn't have to be deep, but just be aware, looking, observing, um, just to know what's going on today is very important, and know what happened in the past that affects the future is very. Never forget your history. Never forget and learn from those things. Progress.
Um, I like that.
You go through a lot of other things. Anxiety help you through stress, anything. A clear mind is beautiful.
That's right. That's right. That's right. So now I know a little bit, right? So what are your political views? How do you see the state of America and where do we as original people stand?
Oh man, it's when you look at the whole situation, everything is spiraling. It's been out of control. It's been out of control. That's why I think if we stand, I don't want to say stand still because it's happening regardless of make movements and get involved. I think we the original people that was here, and we gotta. How we stand now, this senseless murdering each other is dumb. We can't be doing that because we look bad for the universe. It can't give us anything if we keep doing the stupid things to ourselves. You know, And if we stop the senseless things, because we're embarrassing ourselves on that note. You know, I'm not talking about for the ignorant people. No, I am talking about the ignorant people out there. Stop
Mhm.
doing those things. I think that we would grow, and it's imperative that we get knowledge, man. But America is it's all crazy, crazy right now. Those presidents, yo,
The
get ready,
back and
ready
forth
for the switch.
hammers and yeah.
Yeah, get
So,
ready for the shift. Shift is coming. Yeah,
so you don't do politics, is what it sounds like.
I'm not a political cat. I'm more like Nabingi. I'm up in the hills beating the drums. So I'm more native.
Okay, and that's fair, and that's fair because what they have going on here is a whole entire mess.
Yeah, I got you. You gonna tell me everything. You gonna be up in there. Boom, boom. Yeah. Come to the tribes. We be in the back ready for the pop. Word.
Your next question. What is your favorite song? And Jamil, you got ahead of my questions. But what is your favorite song off your new album?
Oh wow. Um man, I got a couple, man. I would have to say the first one I did was it would have to be Unearthed. Like Unearthed. Unearthed is the first one I did, recorded for that. Throne Seat. Yeah. Does it mean something?
And what makes it,
GP.
I know because it meant something, but what is it that makes it stand out for you?
Because I got real personal on both of those tracks. It was like I could remember it felt like a orange hue when I was doing it. It was just like a crazy time. And I got to speak and it was everything towards Mr. Universe. Mr. Universe is the song itself. That's why I named the title of it. It's also a whole album. I like the whole thing. Yeah.
Okay.
But Throne T and it's hard to go through it. It's hard to.
So I think he mentioned it at the beginning of the show, but his album dropped today. And I feel so blessed to have it actually been able to set up this interview because I didn't even think about it. I didn't even think about the 11 questions. I didn't, it didn't, none of it clicked in. I just said, okay, if he's not available these days, how about this day, you know? So it just worked out. And so you guys, the album did drop before he gets off air today. We'll make sure that he announces where everybody can get it. And I'm sure you guys know some of the platforms or whatever, but he may be able to give more into. The next question is, does he do anything for kids in the community? Do you do for children?
I'm not gonna lie. No, I just do music. I mean, that's it. I don't really have this community. Back in the days, I would take kids out, but no, I
Hey,
just
that's fair.
try to feed them with now. You know, we love the kids. We love the kids, but
Absolutely.
I just try to feed them with knowledge, wisdom, understanding. That's it. I think that's so they can.
Okay. And I think that's the best gift anybody can give anybody.
Yeah.
It really is.
Not,
It's music. Go ahead.
no, go ahead.
It's music more spiritual or occupational for you?
A spiritual, very spiritual. I actually do music. It's a form of therapy, and it's definitely um, something that I enjoy doing. Not that I have to do it.
Gotcha. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. So I can imagine sometimes you wake up in the middle of the night, can't get back to sleep, and you just start writing, huh?
Yes. Fortunately, I can record myself now. So wise investment for anyone that's making music is get your own music invest in a studio.
That's right. That's right. And I just did that like 2 days ago. I got
Yeah,
up about 1:30. My mom was just going with all these fresh ideas, and I was like, shut down, go back to bed. And then I'm just writing and just making all these plans. So trust me, I understand. I
yeah,
understand those creative minds. We just can't
yeah.
shut them down.
Yeah, it could be 1, 3, it could be any time in the morning. And,
Yes, yes. Just shoot up, and you're like, why am I wide awake? Everybody's asleep.
uh,
Um, she's asking for a live performance. Can she get a live performance from you, Miss Graves?
music.
He says he needs music. He says he needs music.
Yeah, tell her I said thank you though.
Let me see if in a few maybe we can find a beat somewhere or something. If anybody wants to send one over, call me over and play a beat, and we'll get some music. We'll get some music. Okay. Uh, the next one. The next question. This
Yeah,
is a little bit off topic about well, we've gone some of everywhere, right? But this is a little bit off topic. But to me, it's a very important question. And I wanted to get your opinion on it. There was a statement that was made by the artist and producer formerly known as Mr. West.
yeah.
He said that I can't be anti Semitic because Black people are Jews also. What are your thoughts in regards to us being Jews?
And what you said? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah,
You want me to ask it again?
it's crazy. Yeah, I heard. Yeah, go one more time.
Okay. Off. This is off the topic, but to
Mhm.
me, it was a very important question I wanted to ask and to get your opinion on. This statement was made by the artist and producer formerly known as Mr. West.
Right.
He said, to quote, I can't be anti Semitic because Black people are Jews also. What are your thoughts in regard to us being Jews?
Hey, what I agree with Mr. West. You know what I mean? If we the beginning of progenitors of everything, I think yeah, I have to agree with that. You know, we the originals of all things. So yes, I could say he's right.
Okay, Jamil now asks, what are your top 5 favorite songs of all time? That's a long time with hip hop.
My favorite top 5 songs are my own or others. Just period.
Yours.
Mine? Oh wow. Oh, oh, my phone did something weird.
Okay.
Yeah. Um. Let me see. Will have to be. I guess. Bible definitely because my first. Adams to Adams. Listen to me and Deja Vu. Um. What else? Where we at? How much?
We got Bible. We're to 3. We're number 4 now. We're at number 4 now.
All right, one more. Mr. Universe. The song Mr. Universe.
I guess that was Tawanda's answer to the last question I just asked. The truth hurts, especially when they whitewash it.
Yeah.
So, my next question to you is, so what's next for you? What do we have to look forward to from Killah Priest?
Well, make the podcast more bigger. I mean bigger and more albums. But right now, tour for the album, Mr. Universe, and books, a lot of things, books, and hopefully a movie. I got an animator, and everybody knows that my animator. I do a lot of cartoon stuff for the animator. So, yeah,
That I'm looking forward to the movie, and I'm looking forward to the book. I love to read. I always tell people read. That's the only way you're gonna know,
yeah,
learn, and look at things from a different perspective, right? So always read. So I'll be looking especially for the book out
exactly.
there. um, this is a long one. Hang on.
Right,
Yes, family, always walk with the truth, willing and knowing why we as a people, Black men, will continue being relevant to this Black movement nation. Why? Do share with family and friends. Won't meet me there, be there. We all we got, fam. Um,
gee. Is that a question?
no, he just made a statement. I wasn't sure. I don't really read them until I put them up. So you guys, sometimes you guys surprise me. I'm like, whoa. I wasn't expecting that. But yeah, no, that was just a statement.
Let me just go get the plug so my phone won't go out.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good. You guys, if any of you guys have any more questions, I'm going to be wrapping up here soon. This has been a wonderful interview. I will put up some flyers. He will be performing over in Stone Mountain, and I'm going to put those up and share those for anybody who would like to go. It will be December 2nd in Stone Mountain. So let me know when you're ready, and then we'll continue with.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. Now I'm going to give them a few minutes to go ahead and put their final thoughts. While they're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and put up the pictures that Bourne sent me for the promo for the concert that you guys have coming up. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so this first one, it's promoting on Friday, December 2nd from 8 to 1 p.m. at Atrium. It's $40 at the door. It's at 5479 Memorial Drive in Stone Mountain, Georgia. We will have DJ Stacks, DJ Sticks, DJ Express. Let me see what else he sent here. Give me a second, guys. I have to stop sharing and then share again. So give me a second. I want to make sure that I get them all because I told him I would announce this for him. Okay, this is what he wanted me to. It's kind of small, so let me see how good I do here.
Hey.
Okay. Now, you may have seen this flyer. I had to put on my glasses because it's really small.
Hey, no problem. Third eye.
Okay. Okay. So here is this, am I understanding this correctly? Is this what we're looking at? Different places where you will be performing?
Yes.
Dates? Okay. So it looks like it kicks off on the 29th of November. Is that correct?
Yes.
And it goes on to 12/3, and it ends in Marietta, Georgia. I will go ahead and post the flyer on my page for you guys to look at the flyers. There's 3 of them where you guys can catch them. What let me make sure that I look here real quick. Okay, there was questions here. Okay. This one. Great spotlight. Can you make me an intro? And then he said, I'm just kidding. I bet you he wasn't kidding. I don't know. I'm just saying. Then Tawanda made a statement that it looks like you like to eat good, like you like food.
Yeah.
This is so okay. Okay. So what I'm going to finally ask you is, what are your final thoughts on whatever you want to say on this interview?
Go get the album Mr. Universe. Um, is very different. If you love something different, you want to experience something, go get Mr. Universe. Shout out to my producer who did the production, Jordan River Branksy. If you got Psychic World of Walter Reed, he's done a majority. We worked for him for a very long time, so we work with him. And go get the album and check out the podcast every Monday and Wednesday at 5 Pacific, so 8 o'clock Eastern.
8 o'clock Eastern time. I know you're on YouTube. What other platform are you on?
I'm on. That's it for now. YouTube and because we do it live, and that's it for now.
Did you read Miss Graves' comment?
Let's see.
She said, "I sized him up when he stood up." So now I wanted to ask before we go, where can they get the album?
On all platforms, all streams. You can go to iTunes, Apple. It should be everywhere.
Okay. Okay.
And also we have vinyl and CDs. You can pre-order it at KillahPriest.tv. Yeah.
Okay. KillahPriest.tv, correct?
Yeah.
Vinyls are making a comeback. And
Yeah.
I like it. There's no sound like that vinyl, man. I tell you, just that needle dropping and that.
Yeah, we have a glow in the dark one, so it's real different.
Yeah.
You get different designs on them, and we got one that glows, so it's gonna be special.
Okay. I might get the vinyl. I'm gonna get the album anyways, but I might get the vinyl. So now I wanted to ask you, any other final thoughts?
That's about it. I gotta run a minute just to get stuff done, but I mean I enjoyed this. This was great.
I did too. I'm going to try my hardest to come into town on December 2nd to watch a performance, at least drop in. I don't do much going out, but at least drop in and listen in real quick to show support. I've really enjoyed this interview. I've enjoyed the audience's interaction, and I hope to have you again. And you're welcome back at my platform anytime that you like.
Definitely. Say no more.
Take care.
All right. Peace out.